Hi guys, Subhash here in a 2019 Subaru XV GT Edition. So compared to the standard XV that came out in 2018, this thing adds like a body kit, it adds side view cameras and dual tone leather seats. Not really much, not enough for me to do a full review, re-review of a car that we already kind of liked. We really liked actually in 2018. We liked it so much that I took it again in 2018 and shot another video, and then now in 2021, the moment I saw that, hey, there's a chance to review this car again, I took it. I love the way this car drives. It's just so quiet and comfortable, and there's just so much substance and things to enjoy about this creamy ride. But when I started filming this 2021 video, I started to like really think about, I mean, would you actually pay 130,000 ringgit for this car in 2021? And you know, I like the car a lot, but rationally this car doesn't make any sense at all anymore. There's no Subaru eyesight, you know, even an Axia, even a Myvi, all those cars have it as an option at least. This car doesn't even have it as an option. The Proton X50 and X70 are out already, and yeah, the waiting list is pretty long, but look at the equipment level in those cars. You know, you might not like it, but it's going to be so hard to convince someone out of those cars and into this. Then I remembered on my second or third day test driving this car last week, I went to Bukit Jelutong to pick up something, and when I parked, there was a BMW X1 next to me, and when I was leaving, there's another X1 next to me. The X1 is a very popular BMW, but it's not a great BMW, and it's not even a great crossover. Just thinking about how the car drives, which car would I rather drive daily? This car. Which car would I rather bring my parents around in the back seats? This car. Even in the front seats, like I feel more comfortable in this car than in that. The character of this car, the size of it is just more suitable, and you know, the suspension setup is just like going over like the worst PJ roads and you're just barely feeling anything. So I started thinking, what if in the facelift that is coming soon, Subaru just started paying more attention to that segment? Hear me out. I know Subaru fighting BMW sounds like kind of an off thing, especially in Malaysia, but I think there's a potential there, you know. But they've got to fix a few things. First, they got to put an aircon vent in the back, because you know, it's 2021. Your Forester has it, so I think they have the equipment, the tooling necessary to make it happen here. Second thing, they have to reconfigure the boot, because this boot is way too small. The biggest reason not to have this as a family SUV or crossover is that the boot is just ridiculously small. It's not as small as the X50, but you know, when you have rear seats that are that usable and that wide, suddenly you have a boot that is so high up the floor. It just doesn't make sense. So okay, if we're taking this against the X1 doesn't really have a spare tire, so maybe they could go that route. They could remove the spare tire, put in like a tire puncture kit or package, like some tire warranty, roadside assistance, or give it, you know, run flats, whatever it is. Figure that out so that you can lower the boot floor and then open up a bit more space for luggage in the back. I think that would immediately like make it a more usable car and easier to recommend as a daily driver. Of course, like I mentioned before, it has to have Subaru eyesight. That just is a must. It has to be an option at least. It doesn't have to be on the lower tier, but give people an option to have it, you know. The body kit, the GT Edition, that maybe package that as an extra to make some money for your dealers or whatever it is. I could take the normal edition, I'd still be happy with the way the car looks. This body kit is also good looking. I don't think it's a bad looking body kit, so make that like a customer cost option. That's fine. We're still not addressing a big issue that BMW has a huge advantage over Subaru, and that's the power. Like this 2-liter boxer with no turbo, it's fine if you're comparing against like the Honda HR-V, because this car can go really quite fast when you want it to. When you put your foot down, it will get you to like 110, like pretty fast. So I was looking at the options that Subaru has for this car. They have a 2.5 liter, which I think, you know, it's a bit more power, but it's still not enough torque. So they really need to think about bringing in the hybrid. And you know, yes, the hybrid will raise some concerns with potential Subaru owners. They will say, I don't really want a hybrid because of you know, batteries being a big maintenance item. But I think most Subaru owners, those people are already aware of the fact that maintenance on any Subaru is going to be more than competing Japanese cars. Putting in a hybrid if anything, is going to add value to a Subaru owner, because another big maintenance or at least ownership concern is the fuel efficiency of having a non-stop all-wheel drive symmetrical layout. You've got these wheels running, taking power all the time, and that immediately lowers your fuel efficiency, right? So you have a hybrid element. If you make this a hybrid, immediately you're solving that issue for Subaru owners. And if they're already going to keep the car for a short amount of time, if they're already aware of how much value is gone out of a Subaru the moment you drive it out of the showroom, if they're aware of that, then the hybrid element shouldn't really affect things much, especially for first-hand owners. And if you think about it, BMW X1 ownership, you're going to go through the same loss in resale value and all that. So I think they could get away with a hybrid, especially if the government gives them good pricing with the EEV incentives. This is already a CKD car, so add a hybrid, talk to the government nicely, you might get a good price in this car. And if you can get it 150,000 ringgit with all those things, the upgraded equipment and the bigger boot, I honestly would 100% recommend that version of the XV over the BMW X1. As it is, it's still a bit of a hard sell because BMW brand value is up there. The 2-litre engine in the X1 is actually quite sporty, and you've got all this fluff tech stuff and the big boot, so it's hard to argue against the X1 in this current form. But the potential of this car to go up to fight off that segment is really there. So what do you think? 160,000 ringgit, maybe 150,000 ringgit XV hybrid, full spec, targeting deliberately the BMW X1. Would you go for that over the X1? Let me know. Bye bye.